So what is it that you do when you have 26 dozen quail eggs that have been in the fridge for about a month, which they're good about 3 to 4 months is what I hear, but they're all stacking up and you don't know what to do with them? Well, today I'm going to try quail eggs that are pickled. Now I've looked up a bunch of recipes online and basically it's just like pickling anything else. So I'm going to cheat. I had a package of this sweet bread and butter kind that I'm going to use today. So first things first, I'll boil the quail eggs, get them peeled, and then I'll prepare the bread and butter mixture and try that. I love bread and butter pickles. Dill pickles are okay, but I prefer bread and butter. And then maybe next time I will try some recipes. We make stuff from scratch. I've heard one that there's a sriracha and molasses one, which gives it a sweet and sour kind of thing. So here's one that you see how long it takes to cook. They're not quite hard boiled all the way through. So that's been just a couple of minutes in the hot water and stirring around, but you can see the egg quickly gets cooked inside. Pretty soon it'll be cooked all the way through. So literally an hour and 10 minutes of peeling eggs, but I've gotten, well, about 120 eggs peeled, and I found that 50 of them fit comfortably in a jar, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to pour the brine in. We'll start these eggs pickling and see how it works. So most of the recipes that I've seen online talk about pickling quail eggs. They talk about putting them in the brine and then letting it cool before you put them in the refrigerator. So I'll let these cool down fully and then they'll go in the fridge. Okay, so this is something that's really cool too. I wanted to try the chemical peel of the eggshell. So I submersed a bunch of them in vinegar, and the vinegar reacts with the calcium and kind of takes it apart. And got to leave it for 8 or 10 hours or so. And then all the shell will be gone, just the membrane will be there. This is what it looks like now.
You can see the shell off of it. Like down at the bottom, see it moving? It's losing its spots.
So it's the next morning, about, I don't know, probably about 12 hours later, that we let the eggs sit in the vinegar and remove the shells chemically. Even on the ones where the yolk came to rest on the side, because I used the cold method to do this instead of stirring it all the time, the shell peeled off beautifully. The vinegar actually seems to have made the membrane a little bit tougher, and it just peels off in a couple of pieces. So easy. Doesn't break up. So this method takes longer because you got to let it sit for about 8 to 10 hours, but it sure is a lot nicer and cleaner. I'm kind of amazed. Science is really cool stuff. It's been about 10 days for the pickled quail eggs, and we're gonna crack them open and try them just because I don't feel like waiting anymore. All right, so here goes.
The yolk has a smoother texture.
The ones at the top of the jar got a little bit dried out. And they've got a very firm texture now. But it tastes like bread and butter pickles with eggs. So it almost tastes like egg salad or something like that.
They're yellow.
What do you think?
I like that texture of the yolk better than just regular egg. Smoother.
That was uneventful. So I guess if you like dill pickles, or you like bread and butter pickles, or you like any other kind of pickles, and you like boiled eggs, if you put them together, you're gonna like this. There you have it.
Protein.
Pickles with protein. Except for these are bread and butter pickles, so they also have a ton of sugar. Okay, so there you go, bread and butter pickles. bread and butter pickles. Bread and butter pickled quail eggs. Yeah, actually kind of uneventful. I mean, they're pickled quail eggs. So, there you go. All right, until next time. Cheers.
Cheers. At least I watch your channel.